In this tutorial, we're going to be making a half skull, half human portrait. In order to do this, we're going to use two images. We're going to use this skull image, which I got online. I'll have it on Google Classroom if you guys would like to use this one. And we're going to use a portrait that you guys will be taking today. The portrait that you take, make sure that you're using a dark background. I had this lighter background and had to kind of do a lot of editing and quick selecting and moving things around so I could get into this dark background. So don't do what I did and make sure you use a dark background. But your first step, you're going to use your skull image. You can use this one or find one from Google Images by just typing in free human skull image. We're then going to use our move tool by clicking on this icon or hitting V on our keyboard. We're going to click and hold. We're going to drag it into our portrait. Make sure that you're still holding down until you get into the image and then let go. Now is going to be the time that we kind of size it out and put it in the right spot. To do that, lower your opacity to about 50. Then you can move it around as needed. You can resize it and just kind of find that area that it would fit. I find the best thing to do is to look at the nose and this cheekbone right here, because those usually line up pretty easily. And also look at the teeth and where your mouth is. Alright, so there we go. That'll do for now. We can always, if I need to, I can always fix that as I go later. So we're going to raise that opacity back up. Again, making sure we do that with our skull layer. If you ever want to change the name to your layers, you just double click on the name itself. And it kind of just helps you order everything. Alright, so the next step is we're going to add a layer mask. So make sure you click on your skull layer. You're going to add a layer mask, which is the paper with a hole in it. But this time we're going to invert this. So to invert it, after you've made your layer mask, make sure you're selected the layer mask. Hold Command, and then hit I, which will invert it. This way we can then erase my face here to bring the skull in. So we're going to do a few different things with the brush. First, when you use your brush, I want you to find a good brush. I like this one. It's one that I have on my computer, and I have a few different brushes on here. But you guys should have the basic set, which is all of these, and just find a brush that you like. Find one that's not just a basic circle. You want it to kind of look unnatural, and you don't want these very geometric shapes on your face. So I have this little guy, and I'm using it at about a size 65. But what I'm going to do to start is I'm going to lower my opacity to anywhere between 75 and 90. And once you've done that, as long as as long as you are selected on your layer mask and you have a white brush, click on your brush tool, hit X and D to change between white and black. What white is going to do is white's going to take away my face and it's going to bring that skull through. If I then go to black, it's going to bring my face back. So we've kind of got the eraser tool and a tool that brings everything back together. And all you're going to do is you're just going to keep playing with the opacity. It's best to go lower on the side that you're going to keep your face. That way it kind of slowly fades into the skull. And I'd say it's best to start low and just keep clicking and kind of taking parts away and just playing with it until it looks how you want it to look. Oops. It's also good to go in little clicks, that way you can just take one step back instead of having to start all over. And I'm not going to bore you guys with the rest. As long as you keep changing your opacity, keep working it. The more you work it, the better it's going to look. I'm still not done with this one. I have quite a bit to do with the hairline right over here, fixing up my beard and my shirt down here. So it's just a lot of kind of trial and error, playing with different things. I like this area right here, how the skin kind of slowly fades into this skull. It's not all skull and it's not all skin, but it's just little bits that kind of come together to make it. I also think they look really good when you see kind of like little facial features. I've got my nose right here. There's a little bit of my eye in there, and just kind of keep playing around with it and see what you can do.